Here is Barkley, left side, big hole. Saquon Barkley! Uh-oh! Barkley! Goodbye! Dunk it in. Doncic, 47.
I'll give him a dunk. On a night you have 47 points, you get the benefit of the doubt.
Moss the back, Karras the snap. Moss the block. Burrow going deep. He's got him! Touchdown! Jamar Chase.
LeBron leaked out. They didn't see him. Here he is down court. It's up and in. Will it count? LeBron James at the buzzer. 23-yard completion. Here goes Taylor. With Pierce in front. Touchdown, Colts. Curry gets free. Curry puts up a three. Bang! Bang! He ties the game with 6.3 remaining.
Mahomes flushed out again all the way back. Turning the corner. Fires downfield. Caught! Touchdown!
Timeout, SGA. Probing, piercing, spinning, hanging for the lead, and SGA knocks it down with just under a second to go. Oh, hit, road. Oh, come on! Justin Jefferson, you gotta be kidding. Makes it look so routine. Greatest catch that never existed in NFL history. Edwards puts up a three. It's good! Anthony Edwards once again. Edwards electricity here in game 4. Here's a first and goal. And he's signaling as he backpedals to the 30. Oh, what a catch! Touchdown, Baltimore! Is it Brandon? Giannis says no! Back the other way, Trent. Giannis inside! And both ends!
Yo, what's up, everybody? Matty Ice here with Profit Props. This is the Sharp Side. As always, we will recap yesterday. First, 2-2 day on the show here for me. We got the under. We got the under 225.5 in the Toronto game. Donovan Mitchell over 26.5. Sam Merrill voided in 90% of books, but I will track it as a loss. Most of you should have got your money back there. And then Sadiq Bey just played horribly. Let me see what he finished with. He had 3 when I shut it off. He finished with 12, and we needed 14. That's brutal. That's brutal. 2-2 day, not my best work, not my worst work. I do have 2 plays out officially for today. I'll go ahead and get those up on the banner. And then we can get into today's slate. We do have an early game, 2 o'clock Berlin game. Memphis versus Orlando, and then everything else is kind of just normal time. I got Luka at 32.5 points. Save, show, add to stage. Chalk Exchange, you there? Can you hear me?
Good morning.
Good morning. How are we?
Just another day in paradise, my brother. Yeah, so I just wanted to start by saying thank you for talking me into Trey Murphy yesterday.
Yep.
This is why we do it, man. You're only as good as the people you surround yourself with. So shout out to Prophet and his platform and elevating everybody else around him. So shout out to everybody. Shout out to listeners. Let's do it again. Let's do it again tonight.
Agree. Let me give a shout out to all the likes and the retweets real quick. The Red Rabbit, Desmond, Chalk, Ross, Mom Who Bets. Appreciate all of you for tapping in over on the X side. Miss Herway, John, anyone else? Miss Herway, John over on YouTube at the moment. Appreciate y'all for tapping in as well. I do like today's slate. I don't know about you, Chalk. Any thoughts in the first game, Memphis, Orlando, or any games you wanted to touch on last night? Anything that you saw that kind of stood out to you?
I don't have many takeaways from last night. Scotty Barnes, PRA, pretty much cleared almost before the 4th, I think. Donovan Mitchell didn't like anything on that Sixers side. Feel pretty validated there. Vucevic came through in pretty much every way possible, I think. Shout out to Sensabaugh. Not sure why Nurkic didn't play, but we move on. They're on back-to-back tonight. Trey Murphy, Zion, Michael Porter Jr., which is pretty much what we were just looking at in that Pelicans Nets game. All of them came through on everything, I think. I think Porter's points might have gone under, but he did go 4-12 from 3. So, yeah, shout out to Michael Porter Jr. I'm surprised he played, but it is what it is. He's just doing his thing at this point. Nuggets Mavs game. The flag injury was obviously the most notable thing that happened there. Kings Knicks, I truthfully did not watch a single minute of. I'm surprised the Kings won, but cross-country flight. Okay, Brunson went down. Cross-country road trip, little deal for the Knicks. So they're bound to drop one. I imagine they come out pretty strong tonight, depending on Brunson's status. And if not, I think they still win. And then Wizards Clippers, John Collins didn't play. And we were kind of talking about the game as if, you wait for the injury news. So it was Zubac out, John Collins didn't play. Had we known that information, it probably would have been Kawhi's points, but we didn't. So I didn't have anything in that game personally, and I don't really care what transpired, if being truthfully honest. I can kind of just write off the Wizards just about every night. There might be some value there down the stretch with their young team, but right now I'm kind of off them.
Yeah, totally agree. Pardon me. Thoughts from last night for me? Anything that you didn't cover? No, not really. Yeah, let's get into today. Memphis I guess it's Memphis in Berlin. Memphis versus Orlando. Any thoughts in this one?
I think I want to stay away from it as a whole, given whatever is transpiring in Memphis right now. And the travel, the days off, and I think the Magic have a couple guys back, a couple guys out. So I want to see their lineups again before I start getting into their props again. With because Wagner's a big deal. Franz Wagner's a big deal on that team. I wouldn't be mad. I'm never mad at a Cam Spencer double-double. I just don't know if Memphis is going to put up a fight here against the Magic. I think they're really in turmoil right now, so I'm just going to stay off of it.
Yep, I agree. The only thing that I would maybe bet is a Wendell's assists. The line's super juicy, but I like him up to 3. I do like Wendell 2+, 3+ assists. Like you said, they're in turmoil. I have some interest in a Jaren Jackson Jr. PR under. Not going to get there. Desmond Bane.
What are you projecting Franz's minutes as tonight? A month off, a month and a week, so 5 weeks off, traveling to another country, and obviously Franz is closer to home for this game. So I think that's a very interesting dynamic here. He's obviously German, and this game's playing in Berlin, which is where he was born. So I don't know if they saved him particularly for this game, but I'm cautious with his minutes tonight.
I'm at like 22 to 26 minutes.
26 minutes for Franz.
As a ceiling, 22 to 26 is really where I'd be.
Let me check that out, because his points are at 15.5. I think that's worth looking at, given I do think that the Magic and their experience and the rapport together would kind of indicate that they will try to give a guy that's been there some opportunity to show out in front of his home crowd. They're not playing in Orlando. They're playing in Berlin. That's where he was born. So I think that they will give him some extra shots. 4.5 rebounds and it's 15.5 points. They're very depressed lines. Do we try to get a cheap one here and take Franz's over, assuming that he is pretty healthy?
I don't know, bro.
we're never going to get these lines again. So that's why I'm asking.
It feels like the right play because, there's two ways to think about this, though. Are they bringing him back and only going to give him like 20 to 25, but it's like, fuck it, we're in Berlin. You might as well get something. Or is he like very well rested and first game back, he's ready to go 30? Years ago, and I don't mean years, I mean like 2 or 3 years ago, bro, it would be nothing for somebody to come back and play 32 minutes. But anymore, it's like almost everybody gets worked back in by this weird 22, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, especially when you see like multiple weeks off. If you roll an ankle and you're out 2 games, you might go straight back to regular minutes. But I don't know. I really don't know with Franz here what to expect. Obviously, he starts. Obviously, he's super aggressive. Obviously, he closes. Everything between that, I don't know. John, I'll be honest, his rebounds is what caught my eye as well. And Chalk was even saying 4.5 plus money. I think there's some value here.
I think I'll run his rebounds as a straight 4.5 plus 124 is what I'm looking at. And of course, shop your lines. But I think I'm going to click that. Let's do Franz over 4.5 rebounds at the very least. I want some piece of this return, and I want some piece of the narrative, especially at the depressed lines. I know I said I was off of it, but this is why we do this. This is talking through with each other. So, yeah, I'm going to go Franz 4.5 rebounds. Oh, plus 124. It's just for everything that we mentioned. Like, we're just not going to see this again.
Yep. No, you're 100% right. And rebounds is my favorite play. Yeah.
Let me actually ladder that.
You like it to 6, 8? What are you thinking? 5, 6?
I think I want to take the 8 at plus 830. Obviously, I'm going to go through the 6 as well at plus 240. It's just too good. I'm okay with losing this. Let's just preface it saying that. I'm okay with losing this, but the ladder spot's just too good.
I think you've talked me into it as well. I'm not going to go like full unit, quarter unit, half unit, etc. The way I'm going to approach this is I'm going to approach this as probably a half a unit on the straight because it's already plus. Quarter on the 6. 0.15 on the 7, 0.1 on the 8. I'll invest a total of 1 unit, and I'll tell you on that ladder. Yeah, I do like that. Anything else in this game that you wanted to talk about? I think we had a request on Jaren Jackson Jr. assists without jaw, so let's look at it. Over in 13 and 19 this season, that 1.5 line is pricey, and once you get to 2.5, it falls off a cliff. 2+ might be a good lay piece, John. Oh, you're talking under the 3.5. That's funny because it's like really tight. You could go over 2.5, under 3.5, and they're both green. Orlando doesn't allow a lot of assists per game. Chalk, do you lean one way or the other there? I'll get you guys my projections.
For who's this?
Jaren Jackson Jr. I'm at 1.62 on the projection. So under 3.5, it's juicy. Any thoughts? I'm sorry, under 2.5. 2.5. It's juicy though.
2.5 assists. Right? We're going 2.5 assists, not 2.5 threes.
Assist. Yep. This is assist. Yep.
Yeah. I think that would kind of be a good counter to if Franz is completely healthy, that you take Jaren Jackson's under on his assist. I think that, the 2.5 is, you're already looking at like he's only gone over this 30% of the season so far. So with Ja out. Let me see what the numbers are with Ja out. Yeah, it doesn't really change much. What about Edie? I mean, yeah, I think that 2.5 is way too high for this dude.
I have fucking horror stories fading this man.
I don't like betting him.
Same.
I don't care if he beats if he goes over his lines or not. I don't trust him. He's such a hack. That's what, like, he has all the talent in the world. He's a great defensive player, solid offensive player. Would probably be the missing piece for a lot of like contenders and elevate them to a higher level. But I hate him as a future player. And I think he's so inconsistent. There's got to be something going on between the ears with him. Because he fucks with my mental. So I know that his mental is not always there.
I don't know if he's even really happy there, bro. I think that might be a piece of it. Don't bet his sorry. But I was just curious. John says, yeah, I'm going to move on to the next game. I'm trying to look at this Detroit side. So basically everybody's probable on the Detroit side of this game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Phoenix side, Dylan Brooks expected to go through shoot around. Devin Booker did go through shoot around. Royce O'Neal is probable. So all in all, pretty healthy matchup here. Do you have any thoughts, any plays out pending in this game?
I'm going to rock with Duncan Robinson's threes in this spot.
Okay. What are your thoughts here? I'll pull it up, and then I'm going to pull up my projections too.
And I want to click the button on Grayson's as well. This is just eye test, and given who's back for the Pistons. I know they're not really. The Pistons are a hard team to shoot against. They're a good defensive team, and especially against a three-pointer. But from what I'm seeing volume-wise with Grayson Allen, I can't ignore it at this point. Taking like 9 threes a game his last 5. His last 10, he's taken about 8, and he only takes 11 to 12 shots a game in that span. So I like Grayson. I'm not really in love with this game as a whole. So I'm going to stay with Duncan's threes. I don't know if this game is going to be like really like a great prop game.
I agree. I expect Booker to go through. I expect Cat. We're not on the New York game. We'll get there though. Duncan Robinson, I actually see more value to the points in my model, but I'm not mad at the threes. You know, I feel like if you hit one, you're hitting the other, so you're chilling there. Devin Booker. Oh, I'm sorry, Grayson Allen. My thoughts. I do have an over edge on the threes. I'm projected at 3.01. We have a 2.5 over, so I do like the Grayson Allen threes as well. Going to kind of click through the model. I see a small edge on the assists over for Cade alt at DraftKings. That's probably more of a lay line for me. Oh, man. My model likes Jalen Duren under rebounds. Let's talk about it. I don't like it. I don't like the matchup. Thoughts on Jalen Duren under 9.5 rebounds?
What are you projecting his minutes at?
28 to 34. I guess he's been off 14 days. I don't think he's running 34. Maybe 22 to 29. I think that's very good. I think that's right where he will be. 21 to 29.
I was going to hone in a little bit more, 24 to 28, but in that span, I don't like the matchup.
I don't either.
I think he can get it because the lineups that the Suns run, it's the only resistance down there is Mark Williams. And I've made a couple bucks off Mark Williams this year, but I'm going to be realistic about him. This isn't the guy you should be afraid of.
Valet 20. I do remember you tapping in earlier this season. Good to have you back, man. Appreciate you tapping in. K double is a good look. Let's talk about it. And John, yes, at minimum, it's going to be an under rebounds lean, but kind of just mirroring what Chalk just said. He might do a lot in his minutes given. Cade Cunningham double. We're just going to look at the assists. I clicked on Colin Gillespie. Last 10 and then defensive analysis. I don't think they're crazy good, are they? Yeah, they are. 5th, 6th versus point guards. Any thoughts on Cade's assists?
I love Cade's assists today. I love Cade as a player. And I don't think the double-double is a bad look because I know that we talked about looking at just going up to 10 assists, but his line's at 9.5. I'm seeing his double-double listed at -115, -16, but his over 9.5 assists is like minus over 105. So you're only paying a 10-cent tax on the off chance that he gets it with rebounds. And I'm not saying this is a great matchup for rebounds for Cade, but we've seen him do it. So I don't mind the double-double look at all.
Thoughts on a 20 and 8 builder?
Yeah, run that. Absolutely run that.
Damn, it's only -150. You'd have to be at like 25, and I don't like the points that much.
50% boost on FanDuel if you're looking for that.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Royce O'Neal threes.
No, he just burnt me when Grayson had 5.
But this is such a bad matchup for point guards. I'm kind of looking to go back to him.
I was going to say, you might have been here on stream. I sat here and talked about, it must have been the New York game. Didn't feel like that long ago.
It was the Miami game.
Oh, I'm looking at assists. Okay, yeah, finished with 2. Yeah, okay. Yep. I mean, I think it's a good matchup. I'll tell you my number. Royce O'Neal, 2.79. So, yeah, I do lean over that 2.5. Nothing crazy. You thinking about running it back, though?
I am thinking about running back. -113 for 3 threes. Yeah.
I honestly think it's a good spot.
Yeah, I'll take that. He hasn't hurt me so much where I'm just like, fuck that dude. But if he does it again, I will say fuck that dude tomorrow.
He really hasn't me either. It's just one of those things. Like I just took him in a spot that he sold, but no, I think it's a good look. I think it's a good look. For me in this one, I do think Booker's going to have a big game. Let's see what the line is sitting at, 24.5. I've faded Booker a lot this season. I think we'll have a big one here tonight, though.
You buying into the hometown narrative?
A little bit. A little bit, just like competition versus Cade, I think. I think they're going to go band for band tonight.
Okay.
Booker tends to do that, like Jalen Brunson, Kevin Durant. They didn't stand a chance. Fuck them. Donovan Mitchell. You know what I mean? So yeah, I would lean over some of that. Yo, what's up, man? J-Man, appreciate you tapping in, man. All right. Duncan Robinson threes, you said that was a click, right? Royce O'Neal threes, you said that was a click.
That's right.
The K double-double is a lean of mine. I do like it. I might have his 8 assists and an assist builder later today. Duran, first game back. I'm really afraid to touch it. I would lean PR under if I had to.
I want to take the Booker over 24.5.
Okay, I do lean that way as well. Am I crazy to run Colin Gillespie PA's under right now? It's a little riskier than Booker, I will say, because Booker, if he doesn't play, it's a void. I don't want this if Booker is the sit. So I just talked myself out of it. But I will say if Booker plays, I'll be looking at some Gillespie unders.
Yeah, I think that's a really good look today. When we talked about how bad the guard matchup was for the threes, so Gillespie would have to find more opportunity inside against this Detroit defense. And I know we're kind of conservative on Jalen Duren's minutes today, but I don't think that if Booker runs against this team that his PAs would go over. I'm seeing 16.5 right now. I would definitely love that under. It's something he hasn't done that in 6 games, and that's without any filters to it. And even without Booker, you're looking at one of his last 5 games going back to last year.
Yep. So did you just talk yourself into a Booker over and a Gillespie PA under?
I think I'm just going to run the Booker over, but I love the Gillespie under. That's probably something I'll look more towards around 6 when I have the injury news.
What's going on with my props.cash? What did I hit? Something's wrong. All right, let's go to OKC versus Houston. I've got a play in this one. Kevin Durant over 23.5. Bop. Looks like it moved a little bit. Did it move everywhere? It did move everywhere. Doesn't matter. I mean, 24.5 is the same chart. Over in 8 of his last 10. I know Sengun's back. How many games has Sengun played? This is his 3rd game. 35, 36 in the last 2. Kevin Durant, 23, 28. I love to see the 23 and 18 field goal attempts. This is my prayer, okay? Because Houston does dumb shit. I mean, part of it's Kevin Durant not being aggressive enough. But this is the KD I'm expecting tonight. 16 to 26. Like 26, I really don't expect. But 24? This is the Kevin Durant I'm expecting tonight. This kind of volume. Projected him out at 27 points. So wanted your thoughts here on Durant.
Yeah. I mean, I love him up to 30 tonight.
I do too. I'm going to sprinkle the 30 plus.
I don't think that anybody should be afraid of OKC right now, especially with Hartenstein out.
Oh no, they started off incredibly hot and now they're mid.
They're just waiting for the playoffs and they just need home court advantage throughout. So
it's like their championship layover hit after the fake chip.
the NBA Cup.
There you go.
The Rockets have some ground to make up in the West, and this is a big game for them. So I think that Durant shows out tonight. And I did have kind of a nasty one as well in this game. I was looking at Jabari Smith, his points tonight. Again, without Hartenstein, I think they're very beatable in every way, especially if Chet's going to be the primary center. So I know Chet can get out there on threes, but if Hartenstein's not out there, then who's getting out there on those Jabari Smith threes? Is it Wiggins? I don't know if they can, maybe Jalen Williams.
Yeah, it'll be Jalen Williams.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to look at Jabari Smith's points, but that's looking ahead in this game. I don't love Shea tonight. I don't know if anybody's actually looked at him. I just hit on him the other night with his points. But 30.5. How many times is he going to get to the free throw line? How many threes is he going to take? I think threes would be the only look if you were to bet Shea tonight at 1.5. I think he does tend to pop them against Houston more than otherwise. Yeah, he takes 6.5 threes against Houston in his last 5.
9 in the first one. I know you just brought back a flashback of a bad memory. I bet the full game under in this game, and Sengun under 9.5 rebounds. This was opening night. Sengun had 6 rebounds at the end of regulation. The under was 20 points under. And this game not only went to overtime, in overtime I would have cashed Sengun's under and the full game under. But they had to fuck around and send this to double overtime, where I lost the rebounds and I lost the full game under. And that's how I started my season. Ouch. Flashbacks. Hey, we're still up 35 units on the year after that bullshit start. You know, you're getting Shea at a playable 30-plus price. Like, you never see this. And I think he plays 32, 33 minutes. I do not think that OKC walks over them, and I don't think the Rockets walk over OKC.
I agree with you there.
I'm going to pull up my on screen. Do you have the spread in this one? I'm going to guess it's 4 or 5.
Let me make one click, and I'll tell you. It's 5. OKC's laying 5 on the road.
I've been doing this a while. Holy shit, I might run a Shea's points over. You know the last time I did this? Serge says Amen will be on Shea heavy. Okay, yep. Jabari Smith for a double-double. All right, yeah, let's go through these individually. Chet Holmgren points. He cooked them in the last matchup. 28 points. I guess Sengun will be guarding him, right?
Yeah.
Do we like Chet's threes in that scenario?
I'm a Chet hater.
Okay,
Somebody else.
Fair.
It's not Chet's unders. I'm not playing Chet.
Damn, I'm so tempted on his rebounds under, but I can't do it. I can't do it. Definitely wouldn't recommend the assist, though. Or, I mean, the double-double. I'm getting ahead of myself. All right, let's move on to Sengun. Third game back, basically full minutes. No Hardenstein. He beat the fuck out of him last time, too. Any Alperen Sengun thoughts?
Nothing for me. I would like his assist. That's what I was kind of leaning towards, but I've seen him too many times not be a distributor. I think he's more leaning into like the scoring role this year. They've been going to him a lot late. The points at 20.5 is pretty interesting to me. I could totally see him like having like 8 at half and then finishing with like 24, 25.
Yeah, minutes on
it. They run a lot of offense. Yeah, they run a lot of offense through him, but the minutes are concerning.
I still think he's going to play like 36. Like, I think he's back. He's good.
Okay.
He's good.
So let me change my. And if you run him at 36 minutes, you have to play his points.
Especially if you don't believe in Chet. Hardenstein isn't there. Like, yeah. I can't run Sengun and KD's points over. Just keep it.
That's literally what I was just thinking. I was like, I'm already on KD. So I don't like to do that. I'm going to stick with KD here. Wouldn't be surprised if Sengun goes over, but I won't be betting that one. I think that KD is more of the look. Yeah, it's definitely KD today. 24.5 minus 108. Taking that.
All right. We're both on KD. I got a little better number earlier in the day, but I still, like I said, I really like that. I ladder it up to 30 most likely this evening, if not by itself in one of these FanDuel boosts. Moving on from Sengun, Adams, Shea, we've spoke on it. I do lean points under. If I can get that points price to come down a little bit, 29.5, 120, I'm forced to run it. Amon Thompson, points, rebounds, assists. Any thoughts on Amon Thompson?
No, I think he has a tough defensive matchup, so I'm not going to take him for offensive output. I think most of
100% agree.
his value is going to be on the defensive end of the ball. So
Does J-Dub
they might-
guard KD?
Is Lou Dort not playing?
Lou Dort. Actually, yeah, I don't think he is. Lou will be on KD. Is Lou playing? I think I did see something with that. He's like out or questionable.
Let's check the underdog. Usually have them all up together, but guess I'm slacking today.
True questionable. So yeah, I would be if Lou Dort doesn't go. Does J-Dub guard him?
He has to, right?
Casey
Maybe they
Wallace is
rotate.
too little. I mean, I don't
Casey
know.
Wallace is too small.
I've seen him put Caruso on Jokic, so I don't know.
Is Caruso playing tonight?
I
Maybe
think he is. Yeah, Mr. D, appreciate the like and the retweet. Appreciate y'all tapping in, man. Appreciate all the likes and the retweets, man. I got to get my shout outs out. Y'all blew that up. I appreciate y'all for real. Alex Caruso. Yep. All right. I mean, maybe, quite possibly. Yeah. Want to see what happens with Lou there before I bet J-Dub overs, to be honest, just because his defensive responsibilities will go up. Okay, good. We're good on this game. We can move. Boston, Miami. I think Jaylen Brown was questionable in this game. No, I'm not seeing him over here. I do see Hero and Davion Mitchell are both questionable, though. Do you have any thoughts?
I see Hero as probable, and I see Mitchell as doubtful.
Perfect. Hero probable, Mitchell doubtful. Drew Smith starts at the 1. Marie, appreciate you tapping in. Appreciate the like and the retweet. Appreciate y'all for tapping in.
You wouldn't go Tyler Norm, whoever.
Jaime Jaquez.
No, you gotta have Jaquez off the bench, and you can't start Jovic. Wiggins would probably obviously start. You can't run double big against these guys. Their second unit would be Jaquez, Jovic, Ware. So you start Pele Larson, I guess. So Harrow and Norm will both start. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know if they've had a lineup this year where Harrow has been playing with Davion out. So that'd be my projection. I think Harrow and Norm both start. I wouldn't be surprised if Drew Smith started and they have Harrow, Jaime, and Ware off the bench and just crush this team. But I'm not Spoelstra, so not even close.
All right. Let me approach this game with everything that we've just talked about. Queta has actually surprised me. He played like a bum. He's played much better recently. Bam played like a bum for a while. Just showed out versus Phoenix. I think he had a couple threes, though. Yeah. We're getting an inflated line. It's not quite high enough for me to want to attack the under yet. The PRs are a little more tempting. I will be honest. Yeah, like I said, Queta's not that awful. Luke Garza's not good, but okay. Bam PR unders, lean. Khalil Ware, his minutes falling off of a cliff. Straight up have nothing Ware related. Peyton Pritchard. Is this season? Yes. Put up a stinker versus them. How many minutes in that game? 27. Okay. You have any thoughts on Peyton Pritchard? I'm kind of leaning under.
Whenever I see a Heat game this season, I start at the opposing point guard spot, and I look at their threes. So take your best guess of who's going to hit 4 threes tonight between Pritchard, Simons, and Derek White.
That's fair. That's very fair. That's very fair.
That's where I start with Heat games.
And it does feel like as soon as I bet Pritchard's under, he goes off. I'm cool off of Pritchard. I don't like his over either, though. Sam Hauser, middle of the pack versus catch and shoot. That's probably just an efficient line. Now, Jaylen Brown. Miami is not the old Miami.
No, not at all.
Not at all. What's my number for Jaylen Brown?
Has Jaylen Brown gotten 30 since he went for 50?
Yeah, one time. 33.
Against who?
I'm at 30.83 on this with a slight edge to the over. Who was that game against? Denver. He had 33 versus Denver. I think he started slow, if I remember correctly. I think I bet that over.
And that was with 4 threes.
How many threes did he have? He was 2 for 4 in the 30 ball he had versus them earlier this season. Now, what do I think this line's doing? Do I think it's ever going 28.5? Let me go here and here. Let me look into this Jaylen Brown a little bit more. I'm curious.
So I'm not going to bet Jaylen Brown, and I'll tell you why. Because the matchup is too sweet for point guards shooting threes, and we know the type of volume that Derek White and Simons like to be entitled to when they are hitting a couple threes. So I have to take away a couple possessions from Jaylen Brown. I would lean, like, if you're going to do anything with Jaylen Brown, 27 points would probably be my max. I just don't think that he's going to be needed as much on the offensive end against this Heat team where you can just shoot from deep with the 3 guys that do, Pritchard, Simons, and Derek White.
Yeah, no, I can't get mad at that logic. I also think no Davion Mitchell. They have no good perimeter defender. Jaylen Brown will get what he wants when he wants.
100%.
That's important to me. What I will say, I don't know if this has found its bottom. I think it's more likely to go 28 than 30.
I agree there.
Yeah. I'm not going to bet this yet, but it could be a late ad at 28.5. Okay, glad I worked through that because I did want to look at that this morning. Wiggins, he's played pretty well recently, hasn't he?
I like Wiggins.
He had 23 versus OKC. He only had 8 versus Phoenix, though. Okay, 7 threes. Yeah, I remember that big game.
Consummate professional. Just consistently shows up the work. Clocks in, clocks out guy.
Seriously.
I don't like anything for him tonight, though.
Yeah, same. I do kind of like Simons here. Threes. 2 in the last matchup, 28 minutes, only 5 attempts. Okay. He did have 14 points in that game. I do lean over Simons' points and threes. I'll tell you what my number is. Yeah, I have a good number. I'm at 14.7. I do lean over Simons' points, averaging 13.5, 14.8. Those last 10 make sense. Lean over, not an official play. Derek White, he's like banned on my list. I think you've talked about players you just don't like. Derek White's off of my list, bro. You got anything for Derek White?
Do you think this game's going to be competitive?
Until late, yeah.
So if it is competitive, I would lean way off of Simons because he doesn't close.
That's fair.
And I would look more towards like Derek White because he can kind of do it all. Not a turnstile on defense, obviously. One of the better defending guards for his size. So I guess I just narrowed it down to Pritchard or Derek White for over the 3 prop. I wouldn't say 4 threes. If they're over 2.5, I would definitely look at those. Maybe even, well, Derek White's at 3.5. So I guess I just talked myself into Pritchard over 2.5 threes.
Godspeed, brother. I feel like those are the two most inconsistent fucking NBA players in the league. I'm praying for you. It is a good matchup. You have my thoughts and prayers. You've been killing it. So, you know what I mean? You probably straight. I cannot tail you there, though. I cannot tail you there.
If he doesn't make his first one,
I'm going to just let you win it. Remember when we did that? I forget who the player was. I told you if I bet on them, they'd miss. I didn't,
right.
And you cashed it. Yeah, we rerunning that tonight.
Appreciate you.
Any Hero, Powell, Palel thoughts? If not, we'll move on.
Nope. Nothing there. Powell's points are kind of low, if we're being completely honest. But who knows what they'll do. I'm cool on them.
Yeah, I make it 22.83, so I agree. I think it should be over, but he's kind of burned me a few times, to be honest with you, too. I made some good money with Powell, too. I just, you can't get mad after a loss.
I'd be way more inclined to bet Powell's over than Harrow's over.
Oh, me too. 100% me too. 100% me too. I'm actually working on a new thing on my website. Let's go look at this here.
You know what? What do we think about Harrow's assists tonight? And I know it doesn't look pretty at 4.5, but the potentials have kind of been there. No Davion.
4.5 for a reason, right? No Davion Mitchell. This tells me he starts and runs ones.
But we just saw Murray with 17, Clicky with 13, Nembhard with 9. Even Shed got 8 off the bench. Harden got 12. Schroeder, Collier, George, all very much clearing this number.
Where did I bookmark that website? Hold on. Let me go to Data Baller.
4.5 assists, huh? I don't know if you want to look at last year's game log where he had 9 because Alec Burks was in the starting lineup. That's not exactly Norman Powell. But that was with Davion too. Davion had 7 off the bench. If he's truly running point tonight, I think we found a little ladder spot for ourselves.
Got another one?
I would definitely stop at 6 and maybe 6.5. And 6 is plus 215. Again, shop your lines. I'm only looking at one book right now. And 7 would be plus 400. So Franz rebounds and Harrow's assists. I think I'm coming up with a little lotto over here. I also wanted to get your thoughts on who hits the threes against the Rockets tonight for the Thunder, because somebody's going to have to shoot them.
Lou Dort, I think, is going to be left open if he plays.
But if he doesn't play.
AJ Mitchell, maybe? Is that a wild pool? I don't know. You're
pretty gross to speculate, right?
Yeah. Yeah, gross to speculate there. But if Lou Dort's in the game, like he's either going 5 for 7 or 1 for 7. Kyle Kuzma, possible trade, downgraded to questionable today.
And whoever is trading for them, God bless.
Salary dump.
For sure. Well, Cason Wallace isn't doing it. AJ Mitchell, 1.5 threes.
Just because you said Cason Wallace isn't doing it, he's hitting one.
Probably. The only time I bet Cason Wallace is for steals. Which actually did have 4 last time in this matchup. AJ, what's AJ's volume? Who benefits without Lou Dort in the lineup? Is it Chet's threes? As if it is. Fuck. I don't want to.
I would have liked this. Actually, I do like this more without Hart. Oh, Serge Sims 34 makes a good point. Alex Caruso benefits from that, and he should get left open as well. I do agree with that.
Oh yeah. What's Alex Caruso's 2 threes? Shout out to you, sir, in the chat. This is why we do this. Collaborative effort. 2 threes for Alex Caruso. Not on the books. Only on MGM for 1. Yeah, if Lou Dort gets ruled out, I'm going to take a stab at Caruso's 2 threes, and I'm going to put it with Herro's assist, and I don't think we get that injury news before Wagner tips off. Fuck. I will be looking at it. It might be a little personal play, so if you're listening, then welcome to the depths of hell with me. Root for Alex Caruso to hit 2 threes, but you can't ignore value, right?
So, John, I just looked over at Data Baller, and 7 fewer points per game, points per possession, per 75 possessions, with Hero on the floor. His 3-point percentage doesn't change, however. So threes might be the better look. Powell's kind of tough there. Plel Larson under his boards. Oh, that's right. I was in the Miami game. Yeah, this 3.5 feels high. I'm at 2.61. How much do you think Davion Mitchell changes this?
Too much for me to bet the under.
Is that right?
I think
I'm
so.
kind of torn.
Because if you're moving Harrow to the 1, and we could be completely off base in our speculation here, moving Harrow to the 1, then you need to rotate Jaquez and Larson more at the 3. So I think he actually gets an uptick in minutes if they're going to play bigger against Boston, especially with their habit of shooting threes. You kind of just want more size out there. And the small forward matchup against the Celtics is sweet for rebounds. I think it's a top 10 matchup. I would lay off of it. And does that change with Nikola back? So I don't know who gets more run.
Agreed there. I'm good to move on from Plel Larson. We're about 50 minutes in. Let's keep moving. Give the people at least a rundown. Yeah. Milwaukee versus San Antonio. Any thoughts?
AJ Green's threes.
Ooh.
AJ Green's threes with Giannis in the lineup. Just pull that graph up.
Oh, I already know.
Click the button.
This is code. Giannis is for sure going?
It's probable. They can't lose again.
Probable is good enough for me. Any alt lines out there at a bad price? Let me do some shopping. This is going on the card. Let me do a little shopping here. This is a bet. Best line I do see, I can get a 132 at Rivers. I'm going to go ahead and get that. Y'all, I appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. Give me just a second. I'm gonna get a write-up out, trying to get the engagement. Elon done fucked up the algo, so now you got to put extra work in just to stay relevant. I am running this 132 at Rivers. It's the same price at FanDuel, so bet it wherever you want. I do like this spot a lot. Shout outs Chalk. That's definitely, that was auto tail right there. Why does my shit keep logging me out, bro? Go to the banner here. I got it bet. Cool. Got that bet. Save comments. Wemby under 22.5. I don't think I'll be betting that, but we will look into it. My fault, y'all. Let me just get this out to my group now. DM me if you want a link. Minus 132. Over in 7 of last 10 and 77% with Giannis this season. Add images, take photo, bop. All right, moving on from AJ Green. Appreciate y'all for staying tapped in there. I had to get that out to the Discord. Wemby. No, I'm not fading Wemby. Especially not versus Miles Turner. I mean, Miles Turner about to get smoked, to be honest. The thing is, Wemby's minutes are stuck at 27. So, I mean, you do have that going for you. Outside of that, though, nothing for Wemby, man. Nothing for Wemby. Miles Turner, hate his matchup as well, to be honest with you. Rebounds is only 4.5. Threes, I don't like his matchup. I'm cool on Miles Turner. De'Aaron Fox, 18.5. This is a line we can talk about. I'm at 18.93, 5.67 on the assists. Yeah, I would just slightly lean over. Nothing official there for De'Aaron Fox. Let's talk about Castle, though. Stephon Castle, 15.51 points. So I do lean under there. Do lean under the assists as well. You have any thoughts on a Stephon Castle PA's, Chalk?
No, he just cast me at, I think the line was like 21.5 or something. Now it's at 24.5. They're bumping it up. So once they bump it up, I kind of wait and see approach. Was kind of looking at Kevin Porter Jr.'s points and assists today at 23.5. I really want to bet Giannis, but until he actually clears a number at some point, I'm going to stay off of him. So AJ Green was my only look here.
I like the Castle under 7.5 assists at minus 150 as a lay piece. Outside of that, nothing for me on Stephon Castle. Kevin Porter Jr. assists are at 7.5.
I mean, Giannis has historically beaten the numbers in this matchup.
What's Giannis assists at?
I was looking at his PRA. His assists are 5.5. I do love that number.
Yeah, he's been steady right at that 5 number.
Let's see. Let me pull up. This is 5.5 with AJ Green in the lineup. Doesn't change anything. The data wouldn't support it with the number of assists that he's gotten, but with the potentials there, I guess if you do like the guard play from Milwaukee, then take the assist from Giannis. I don't know what we're getting outside of AJ Green with Giannis. That's the only thing I like today. But I wouldn't hate that Giannis assists look at all.
Giannis has not played many games over 30 minutes. He's going to get another one of those today. 32, 33, 34 minutes coming off a day's rest. Last game was the first game over 32. Remember, he's coming back from that calf injury. So you see here 24, 25, 28, 29. Now we're finally at the 30, 31, 33. I do think he has a very real ceiling of like 36, but a competitive floor of like 30. What's the PRAs look like there? Yeah, those PRAs look pretty green, do they not?
They do. They really do. And maybe this is the time to buy in. I'm not sure. But there's so many games on. I'll be monitoring, don't get me wrong, but I'm not betting it.
Leaving it as a lean for now. Giannis PRAs over, definitely a lean for me for now. I do like it. You kind of said you were wrapped up in this game, right?
Yeah, I'm good. So whatever you like, feel free.
I love that Champagne's 3-point volume is staying up. And I love that this price is gradually working its way back down. Not ready to bite yet, but I do like that. I'm good on this game. Let's move on. Utah versus Dallas. Cooper Flagg's questionable on this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Markkanen's questionable. Going to be a closer to game time bet. Anything in this game you like?
Nurkic didn't play last night, and if he does go tonight, I'm taking his PRA.
That's right. You wanted to run that yesterday, right?
I did.
Hawkes is out.
Better now.
Hawkes is out. Jovic is available to play. And Hero. Hawkes is out. Hero and Jovic are available.
Yeah, so I would definitely get those Hero assists.
Royce O'Neal listed available to play. Devin Booker listed out. I'll be back. 1 second.
So I guess I had to unclick Devin Booker points, and I had to reevaluate Royce O'Neal's threes. I should have taken like Grayson Allen threes.
Cool deal. All right. Yeah, you said you like the Nurk stuff. A little sprinkle on the triple-double maybe?
Yep. 3,300 at DraftKings.
Wow. Love his rebounds at 11.5, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. That's my guy. You know that.
Yep. Thoughts on Keontae, 24.5?
Like Keontae today. I like everything Jazz related. There's nothing really I like on the Maverick side. Kevin Love's double-double was at plus 1,200 earlier. So, again, for those lotto players out there, something to make note of without Gafford, without AD. And I don't know why Cooper Flagg's listed still. I don't think he goes, but that doesn't really affect Kevin Love too much.
Yeah, Clay's threes, Mr. D. I'm not even seeing him up. Do y'all see that? Who was Green play? AJ Green. Oh, I don't have the banner up. My fault. AJ Green over 2.5 threes. My fault. Hero assists over. Yeah, it's locked up now, but if it's back at 5.5, I'd run it. Clay's threes, I'm not seeing lines up yet. If he plays, yeah. If he plays, I do like it.
Curry's assists are back up at plus 102 for 4.5.
Yeah, I would run that Hero right now.
Mm-hmm.
Was it a Curry's assists? Curry's PRA. Do you have any opinions?
Steph?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's due for a big game, so don't mind that at all. I would probably just go PA or threes ladder.
Yeah, he's definitely due to get hot. That's for sure. I like Miles McBride's over if Brunson's out, like even at an elevated 14.5 or something, I'd take it. Towns line's 23.5 feels a little inflated based on how he plays. Also tells me Brunson's probably not going. What do you think of 23.5 without Brunson?
Cool on that game outside of McBride and Curry.
Look at the 3 games without Brunson, though, dude. 39, 22, and 40.
Yeah.
26, 24, and 19 field goal attempts. And New York has no one for him.
And New York just lost. So you play through your stars today. If Mitch Rob is playing, I'm taking 10 rebounds for him. Why am I on assist? Yeah, not really a fan of anything on the Golden State side except for Curry. I think that's just been the theme of the year.
All right, yeah, let's move on. Try to wrap this up within the hour. My apologies, everybody. Ran over. Atlanta versus Portland. Any thoughts?
CJ McCollum in Portland over his points, over his threes. I'm going to rock with Nall again. I just don't see why you wouldn't. And I think that where is Jalen Johnson at? I think that Jalen Johnson's RA is a good spot today, but let me double check so I'm not just talking out of my ass. I think it's a good spot, but I'm not going to run Jalen Johnson. I want to see it first, but I'm definitely looking to get back in Jalen Johnson as that number continues to come down. I saw 17.5 earlier.
Yeah, no, I'm auto tail on CJ, auto tail on Nall. Those have been 2 that have paid me this season. I'm tailing both of those. We'll add to my card post stream. Let's move on to the last one. Charlotte versus my Lakers. Any thoughts?
Who's hitting the threes against the Lakers today?
Well, LaMelo will pull from anywhere.
Can I give you a gross look over 1.5?
Yeah.
Grant Williams.
Oh, I love it. He'll be so wide open in the minutes he gets.
Yes, he will.
Yeah, not disgusted at all. I think that's a great look. What's Ayton's rebounds? I'd probably lean under. What's Luka's rebounds? I probably like that under too. I'm tripping. I can't find either. 8 and 9.5 boards. Oh yeah, he's due to disappoint everybody.
You said you were running Luka's points today?
Yeah, I already ran it.
Okay. Devin Booker off my card here. Miles Bridges is a great look today too, I think, for PR.
I'm going to wait and see. Did Diabate news come out?
The last that I saw was questionable, and I haven't been keeping up with the notifications from Underdog since. I think it's only Heat news, Suns news. Yeah. Nothing new on Diabate from Underdog.
I'm going to wait. If Diabate plays, I'm running Ayton under his boards. No questions asked. Yeah, I will go over Luka real quick. I have a full write-up out if anyone wants to check the write-up, but over 32.5 this morning. Let's see where it's at. Looks like Fanatics might even be at 31.5. 31.5, 32.5. Like it regardless. 28 field goal attempts, 15 3-point attempts in the last matchup. A big part of this was just going to be the volume and 3-point volume. 10 plus 3-point attempts on the season. Again, I think he might be closer to that 15 number. Over in 7 of his last 10, 72% on the season. Very small sample here. Not very small. Small sample here without Reeves this season. In a couple of these games you see here, reduced minutes. I don't think the Lakers are blowing them out tonight. Could be wrong, but this is the game I'm expecting from Luka. That's my only official bet in this one. Chalk, what you got?
I was looking at Miles Bridges. He killed this team before. We're looking at a different lineup from the Hornets. I was looking at Grant Williams threes as just a really gross look, over 1.5, not available on any major sportsbook right now. So keep an eye on that. I think this is going to be like a really great prop game. So I want to dive deeper into this later. I don't think that 233.5 is enough points for this game. So I like the full game over, and I'm looking at a lot of like a LaMelo triple-double. Like that's the kind of stuff I'm looking at here. Like I think that there's going to be some guys that pop off. I really love the Luka 6 threes plus 560. Love that. I don't know why his over 3.5 is plus 116. So I'm kind of with you there on the Luka points and scoring aspect. I think the bigger guess is who does it for the Hornets, and they can spread the ball. So I wouldn't be surprised if like all of their starters had like 12 to 15 points at least. Is that the last game? It has to be the last game, right?
Yep. I was just looking. LaMelo had 5 threes in his last matchup versus the Lakers. He's one of those guys that likes to, show up when the bright lights are on. Chuck, I think that's going to, wrap it up for the straights. I'm definitely going to have late ads. It was a big slate. I didn't necessarily get to go into everything as much as I wanted to, but also wanted to be as quick as I could with the time. So anything that stood out, any last thoughts, anything you want to drop in here before we head out?
A lot of combing to do on this slate, so I'm gonna continually post free parlays on the timeline. So check that out, and I'll put all my straights in the Discord that I'm associated with. I'm not gonna plug it here with respect to Profit, but tap in with Profit. Does a lot of good work. Appreciate your content. Appreciate your platform having me on, and this really helps myself and hopefully everybody else to go through the slate with different perspective.
Yes, sir, Chuck. Appreciate you tapping in. Y'all, a couple of plays from me on today's slate. Keep an eye out on the timeline. I'll try to get everything I play out by 5 or 6 o'clock. Kevin Durant over 23.5 points. Luka over 32.5 points. AJ Green over 2.5 threes. Definitely a couple more plays I expect to add. Chuck also had a couple plays in here. Said he's going to relook at Royce O'Neal there, and then the other Franz Wagner ladder spot. Keep in mind that game does start in 45 minutes. So any bets you have for the Memphis game, get them in now. Best of luck tonight, y'all. Catch y'all tomorrow. Until then, man.